The topics that I'm going to discuss here are mostly within the context of the video game industry, but the themes dealt with are timeless and have been around long before the advent of the contemporary gaming market. I also want to apologise for the quality of this recording. I don't have any great equipment to upload things on. I may even have to do this in two separate videos. But anyway, a lot of people out there enjoy gaming. Some like it as just a casual hobby. For others, it's an outlet to enjoy and appreciate instead of movies or TV. And as gaming has grown in popularity over the years, some can even use it as a source of income. We've got streamers or competitive tournaments. As for myself, I've seen the industry leap from fringe to mainstream to stand as one of the most energetic and profitable forms of entertainment media out there. Personally, I've been really happy to witness gaming become as massive as it has. I've always enjoyed playing games. Watching the industry grow, it hasn't always been a smooth ride. Plenty of controversy, and some recent changes have prompted me to make this video. It's only my thoughts and perspective, but I'd like to hear what people think about them. The entire point of this video is to what the distinctions are between gambling and gaming. So why make this video? Because consumers have a right to know what they're paying for, and without necessary regulation, inappropriate monetization of virtual content risks harming the industry's long-term growth in many ways. But let's start by looking at both gambling and gaming as general ideas. Gaming does not exist only on the virtual plane. Games that are played IRL share many concepts and elements of form to video games. What does this mean? All games share some common traits: a setting, players to operate within that setting, a prize to incentivize the players, and rules that guide the conduct and consequences of player actions. Still, those criteria could define poker just as easily as they could be used to define table tennis. All games contain objects that are transferable to other ones with different rules. There's a lot of different ball games, and there's a lot of different card games. However, this is where the substantial difference occurs. Games also have rules that allow them to both correlate and distinguish themselves from each other. So rules are the imagination. Rules are like conduits that allow games to be formed. They allow the creation of arenas where players can embody all of the traits inherent to success or defeat. They define the grounds of both victory and failure. Humans enjoy experiencing victory or to triumph through adversity. Doing so allows for a person to experience success, sometimes personal growth. Also, they can have desirable qualities attributed to them by others. That guy's lucky. She is a strong player. There are a lot of these qualities that can win games. Victory in most games can be achieved in many ways. Determination, team coordination, adaptability and flexibility, strength of character. There are two major qualities though that I'd like to focus on today, and those being luck and skill. Games with objects that a player cannot directly interact with but that influence the playing area for everyone or the individual when used, or games that promote such a reliance on luck or an emphasis on fortune to progress, could possibly be termed as gambling or as having gambling functions within them. Games where players can interact and directly influence all objects relevant to their position. Games containing rules that attempt to mitigate luck to an indirect variable form as tests of skill for individual players or teams. So from this framework, can a gambling experience and a gaming experience function the same if the rules are transferred from one to another? No, because luck knows no boundaries, but skill does. I've only spent so long talking about rules and games and bullshit to demonstrate how they define and distinguish games from each other, and therefore games support different methods of playing and winning them. But back to a main point of this video, what are computer games? Are they gambling or gaming? Computer games are a vibrant and flexible medium for entertainment. Computer games provide a way for people that use them to enjoy interacting with a virtual environment, to experience imaginative or near impossible scenarios. Virtual gaming essentially comes down to, bear with me on this choice of word, but emulating scenarios. and allowing people to actively exert influence within them or passively experience a journey envisioned by the developers. The potential for this emulation is so broad that it encompasses genres: open world, action, RPG, FPS, battle royale, sports, it goes on. Therefore, games have the potential to simulate either a respective test of skill or a respective test of luck. You can play virtual pool as easily as you can play virtual poker. However, both must competently replicate the relative skills and restrictions based on their real-world counterparts. Players can influence the actions of objects on a pool table. Players cannot influence the actions of a card dealer or the order of cards played.